Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. So, by the causeless mercy of Gurudev, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Nityananda, we are sitting here and celebrating Ekadashi, which is the best time for spiritual life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself also, he was following Ekadashi. He's Swayam Bhagavan, he does not have to do like that, but he was following. And not himself also he was following, also he asked others to follow also. One day, small NImai, when he was a small boy, once he asked his mother, "Mother, can you do me one favor? I'm asking you something." His mother said, "I can give my life for you." She has so much love for her son. "Whatever you want, I will do." Then NImai asked, "Please follow Ekadashi." Even his mother that time in Bengal, even today, until today in Bengal, only widows they following Ekadashi, whose husband have died. They are following Ekadashi. Others, it's some their custom among Hindus, general Hindus in Bengal. So, but Mahaprabhu, he wanted to establish this Ekadashi. This is called Harivasara Tithi. This is the day of the Lord. So Krishna is more present in this time. So therefore we sit together and chant and hear about him. I have no idea, shall we just open the book or what? Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Lila, we were singing before. What is that?
Oh, everyone says a number.
The best is when we opened this ashram here 2 years ago, on that day I was also reading Chaitanya Bhagavata in the evening. Because NImai Pandit, Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. He is Gauranga. So, but why he appeared? Many, many reasons for Mahaprabhu's appearance. Many are there. So many different reasons. But one reason is to give this Yuga Dharma also. And not only give Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma means Nam Sankirtan. Kriteya Dhyayato Vishnum Tretanam Yajato Makai Dvapare Paricharjanam Kalau Tat Harikirtanat. What you get in Treta Yuga by dhyana, by meditation, give some asana. Or maybe some chair. What you get in Satya Yuga by meditation, in Treta Yuga by yajna, in Dvapara Yuga by archana, same you will get in Kali Yuga by kirtan. So he came to give this Kali Yuga. Nam Sankirtan is Yuga Dharma. But he also wanted to give more and more. But in the beginning, his Lila was this. He was Gaur Narayan. His mood was more Gaur Narayan. He came as a Yuga avatar to give the Yuga Dharma. But before that started, he was tasting little to become the best scholar of all. Because he's Bhagavan, all Vedic knowledge comes from him. So what is the problem for him to study? So when he studied everything, he immediately, once he listening, he could remember everything and perfectly explain everything and defeat everyone else. He was the best of all. And to show also, too much knowledge makes also proud. Even if you're Bhagavan, he also became proud. That is with Lila, of course. In Bhagavatam, Kunti Devi said, Janmaishvara Shruti Vishriye Demanam Adapuman Nevaryadapi Datum Vai Tvamakinchana Gochara. Who has too much high birth and knowledge and money and beauty, they will become intoxicated by the good qualities. They never fail to pray to Krishna. They will not fail. But Krishna is akinchana gochara. He is accessible for those who have nothing. Those who have so many things in this world, they feel why to surrender to Krishna. I have money, I have power, I have my friends, so-called, in this world. So they not feel to surrender to Krishna. But he is akinchana gochara. Namo akinchana vittaya nibritta guna vittaya. Kuntidevi is praying. You are the treasure of those who have nothing. Who has nothing in this world, Krishna belongs to them. So Mahaprabhu came also to show this. Too much knowledge you get, you become proud. So he became very arrogant scholar, NImai Pandit. Best scholar. Nobody could defeat him. He was just a teenager. But he started opening a school also, and he challenged everyone. Everyone he challenged. Then once, even the great Pandit came to Navadvip. Because Navadvip, that time it was the center of all knowledge. So many universities or schools and teachers and students, it was like thousands and millions. We all came to Navadvip to study. So if somebody wants to become a real Pandit, a Digvijay Pandit, a Pandit who conquered whole India, he has to defeat the Navadvip scholars also. So all they came to debate. And one Digvijay means who conquered all directions. One Digvijay Pandit came. His name was Keshav Kashmiri. He was coming from Kashmir. Kashmir Pandits were very famous until recently. They all, now they drove them away by force. But in Kashmir, they are very good Pandits. So he came from there. He was an incarnation of Nimbakacharya. So in Gaura's Lila, Nimbakacharya came also to participate. And he was very arrogant because he defeated everyone. He was so brilliant because he worshipped Saraswati Devi every day. He was worshipped, and Saraswati Devi sat on his tongue. When he spoke, nobody could defeat him. So he came he had conquering so many scholars and royal pandits and this, so he had so much money, so much gold, elephants, he had a big procession, many followers coming with him. Like this he came to Navadvip to think he will conquer all. Then one day, NImai Pandit, it was in afternoon time, he was sitting with his students on the Ganga, just like teaching grammar. Grammar that is called Shishu Shastra, that is for children. In the beginning you have to study grammar when they're children, when they're small. They learn everything by heart, they don't understand, but learn, and later on the understanding will come. So he was studying grammar, and also not like a very elaborate grammar, some brief version of that. He was studying to his students. Then Keshav Kashmiri came by, and all they were like giving respect, and they asked him, "Oh, please come here, and can you speak something in glory of Mother Ganga?" They gave respect to him. Then he became a little proud. "Oh yes, I can do." So immediately, from out of the blue, he recited maybe 100 verses. He just composed like this and recited them like a tsunami, like this. Then he was finished, and all were looking. Wow, no human being can do that. Then NImai Pandit Mahaprabhu asked, "Oh, dear sir, this is nobody can speak such a poetry like you. This is absolutely superhuman. But could you explain also one of these verses? You recite them so fast. Could you explain one of these verses, and could you also show the qualities and the defects of your verse?" Said like this. He did not hear that. Keshav Kashmiri, he did not hear what is defects. So asked, "Which verse you want to hear?" He just recited 100 like this. Then Mahaprabhu took out one verse and repeated it. Keshav Kashmiri was shocked. How is this possible? He recited them like this. And Mahaprabhu, he took number this and this, I don't know, I have to see in Chaitanya Chaitamrita that is written, and recited this verse. And he said, "Could you please explain its qualities and its faults?" "There are no faults." He said, "This is impossible. This is absolute pure. And how you could understand, how you could memorize these verses? I was reciting them so fast. Then he said, my dear sir, you are blessed by Saraswati Devi. You can speak such poetry. But I have blessing, I am Shrutidhar. Whatever I listen once, I can remember. Okay, that's still there are some persons like this. Still they listen something and they can remember it. Still there are a few persons. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was such a person also. Whatever he once read, whatever he once heard, he could remember. No forgetting. Like Shukadev Goswami, Sutta Goswami, he was listening 18,000 verses of Bhagavatam and then repeated them. So, but Mahaprabhu, of course, he's Supreme Lord. He knows everything. But he picked out that one verse and then he asked him to explain this verse. So he explained the verse. And then Keshav Kashmir said, there is this and this ornaments, alankar in Sanskrit, some ornaments, this, that, poetry. But there are no faults in this verse, absolutely no faults. Then Mahaprabhu, NImai Pandit asked, maybe I can say something if you allow, humbly. He said, then Keshav Kashmir said, you are teaching grammar. Grammar is the basic. What do you understand of alankar? Alankar means ornaments of words, this poetry. What do you understand of this? Mahaprabhu said, yes, I am teaching this grammar, I am studying this grammar, but I have some association with some higher students, something I listen from them. He did not say that is the absolute truth. But he said something I listen, so maybe I have picked up some things. So he started to analyze this verse and showed many faults are there. Many, many things. He was completely stunned. It's very high, nice words. We have to go to scripture to see all these things. But he pointed out the different defects. Something was like redundant, too much he's giving, and some, like he said, Sri Lakshmi. It's already Lakshmi, Sri means Lakshmi, Lakshmi means Lakshmi. Why he put Sri Lakshmi? Like this, he showed some defects in the composition. Keshav Kashmir, he was completely stunned. And then finally, when he saw Mahaprabhu that it's too much for him, he said, but even in the great literatures, great poets, there is some concession, you can make some. These small mistakes do not count actually. And he could not answer. Keshav Kashmir was completely, he defeated whole India. He could debate with anyone. He wanted to say something, but no word on his tongue. He completely empty. And then the students start laughing of Mahaprabhu's, his own students. He says, stop, don't laugh. That is also, Mahaprabhu, see, he's Prem Purushottam. Even before he manifested that, he was, we can say, he appeared like an arrogant scholar, but he still kept the respect, and he was speaking also with sweetly, with prema, with love. So he said, don't laugh, and tomorrow we will meet again. He said. Then Keshav Kashmiri, completely confused, he went home. He's thinking, how is this possible? This small boy, how could he defeat me? And I have no argument to say. Never happened to him. He could cut any argument into pieces. Who are logicians, they can say this book is a plate, and they can say the plate is a book. They will argue so much that you believe it. They make everything they have this all word jugglery. He could do like that. But nothing came from his mouth, so he came home and he was chanting mantra, Saraswati Devi's mantra. Then Saraswati Devi appeared to him. And he said, oh mother, what happened? Why? You're not blessing me today. What offense did I do? Then Saraswati Devi said, I cannot speak in front of my husband, of my master. Because he is a Narayan. Saraswati, Dibya Saraswati is a Shakti of Narayan. I can, wife, that was his culture, she will not speak in front of the husband. Servant will not speak in front of the master. So she said, he's my master, I cannot open my mouth. Then he realized, who is Narayan? He is Narayan. This small boy is Narayan. So Saraswati blessed him with that realization. So then next morning he came and surrendered to NImai. Pandit fell to his feet and told him what Saraswati Devi revealed to him. So Mahaprabhu said, now you give up all your wealth and become simple. No more defeating others, because that is not necessary. just this logic, nyaya, this debate, is just to defeat others. It has no value actually. No more defeating, just do bhajan. Give up all your wealth, give up your arrogance and do like this. So that was Mahaprabhu's many pastimes he did like that when he was a scholar. Then he said, don't reveal anyone what you know. Because it will disturb Mahaprabhu's Lila. Mahaprabhu's Lila, he is a Channa avatar. He is the hidden avatar. So if he will reveal that he is Bhagavan, his whole Lila is disturbed. So he said, don't reveal to anyone as long as I am here. And just be simple now. Forget about this defeating others. This is only for arrogance, because by knowledge, arrogance will come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated all. He himself also showed that he is like a big Pandit. Sometimes he and Gadadhar Pandit, they were classmates. Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani's incarnation. So Krishna came as Gaura, Radharani came as Gadadhar Pandit. So they were classmates, of course. Eternally, Radharani in any incarnation, she is together with Krishna. When Krishna comes as Ram, she comes as Sita. When Krishna expands himself into Narayan, she is Lakshmi. When he comes into this world in any incarnation, he is accompanying the Lord. So when Mahaprabhu came, Krishna came as Mahaprabhu, as Gaura, then Radharani took the form of Gadadhar Pandit. Very sweet. And from childhood, he knows only Krishna bhajan, nothing else. So he also studied Sanskrit. And they studied together, and Gauranga always caught him and was always debating with him and always asking him some question and this, and he did not like, had no taste for discussing. Devotees, they don't like to discuss these things. Shastra is not for discussing, Shastra is to follow. This is called Veda Mata. Mother gives some instructions, you follow, not discuss this or that. For devotees, actually, they should not do that. So Gadadhar Pandit was not interested, he wanted just to do bhajan. But still, Krishna in the form of Gaura, he teased him always, like this. And sometimes Gadadhar Pandit, when he go in the street in Navadvip, and he saw NImai is coming this way, he changed the way, he doesn't want to meet him. His Radharani, heart is completely captured by Krishna. But when she sees Krishna in that incarnation, she's changing her way and going another direction. Because not want to be involved in some discussion like this. He feels like awkward, he feels uneasy in that situation. Same time, full attraction to Mahaprabhu, cannot live without him also. These poor things. So Mahaprabhu showed this, that he's the best scholar, he defeated all. After he defeated Keshav Kashmiri, he became more famous because he defeated the Digvijay Pandit. Then the Vaishnavas, whenever they met NImai Pandit, like Srivas Thakur, they were superiors. Srivas Thakur is Narada Muni, incarnation of Narad. They are all Vaishnavas. When they see Mahaprabhu, NImai Pandit, they're thinking, why this brilliant boy cannot become a Vaishnava? If he would become a Vaishnava, our group would be so much strengthened by his contribution. So they were praying to him, and one day Srivas Pandit met NImai Pandit, and he said, oh, you are so a good scholar, but why you waste your time with this learning and grammar and this logic? Why not become Krishna's Bhakta? Then NImai Pandit said, oh, Srivas Thakur, by your mercy, I will become a Vaishnava. And I will become such a Vaishnava that Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, they want to come and take my association. He will say, I will like this bhakti we will practice like demigods will want that. He said. But by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, definitely if they desire so, I will become also Vaishnava. He said like humbly. Then once, Mahaprabhu went to Gaya. His father passed away. Jagannath Mishra left this world. Then in India they go to Gaya. That is in Bihar, near to Bengal. They go to Gaya and they do Shraddh there. Shraddha ceremony, give offering some oblations to the forefathers. So Mahaprabhu, following the customs, he went there to Gaya. And he went there, on the way to Gaya, he became sick. Mahaprabhu became sick and got some fever. And some devotees with him, some students with him, and they could not cure it. They brought some doctor and nothing helped him. They were very much afraid what happened. His fever is not going down. Then Mahaprabhu said, there's only one remedy which will cure me. You bring me the Charnamrita of a pure Brahmin. I will drink it, take it on my head, that will cure me. Then they went and found one Brahmin, washed his feet and brought him this Charnamrita. Mahaprabhu took that and he was again cured. To show, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. He is Go Brahmana Hita. He is the well-wisher of the cows and of the Brahmins. So, to show how much love, how much respect this Bhagavan has for the Brahmins, he took the Charnamrita of the Brahmin. Then he was again cured, so they went to Gaya. In Gaya there is one place that is called Vishnupada Tirtha. Lord Vishnu's lotus feet, one footprint is there. So there are many, in Gaya, many Shraddha places are there, like for all Pandavas, one place is there, and this Shraddha, and there go so many Shraddha, everywhere Brahmins, India, so many is going on, they give some donation, they offer some puja like this, do all this, offer some Shraddha. So he did all this, he went from one Shraddha place to another, and when he came to this Vishnupada Tirtha place, when he saw the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, he completely melted, tears coming, and he was full in ecstasy. This bhakti came out, which in Navadip did not come out. Navadip he was a scholar, just logic and like this, grammar, debating, to be better than others. But when he came to Gaya, he became, this bhakti mood came out. And after visiting all these places, he met whom? His guru, Ishvara Puripad, he met them there. Then when he saw Sri Ishvara Puri, he knew from before. Once Ishvara Puri came to Navadvip, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father met him on the street and invited him for prasadam. And Sachimata cooked for Ishvara Puri and they gave. And then he met Ishvara Puripad again, and when he saw him, he fell to his feet and said, this is the real fruit of Tirtha Yatra, to meet a pure devotee. So give me your mercy. He cried, please give me your mercy. Then Ishvara Puri also, he thought, I know this person. So he asked him who he was. And he said, I am son of Jagannath Mishra. Then he remembered, I have been to your house already. He took from Sachimata's hand, she was cooking for him. So Mahaprabhu begged him, please, can you give me Krishna? This is real begging. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Amito Kangal, Krishna Krishna boli dahitava pache pache. You have Shakti, to give Krishna. Krishna se toma, Krishna dite paro, tamara shakati ache. Amito Kangal, I am a beggar. Krishna Krishna, give me Krishna, please give me Krishna. We are running after the Vaishnavas for what? For Harikatha, this is not different from Krishna. Kirtan, this is not different from Krishna. Prasadam, this is also not different from Krishna. We want Krishna. Why we come to the Vaishnavas? Not to discuss any this and that, and it's not the thing. Not to have just to have a nice time. This is not. We want Krishna. Therefore we go. Why we go to the temple? To take his darshan. But darshan we cannot have without Vaishnavas. We will not see Krishna. Even we standing in front of the altar, we will not see Krishna without the mercy of the Vaishnavas. So they actually give us the darshan. They give us Krishna. They give us prasad. They give us Harikatha. They give us everything. What is blessing of the Vaishnava? What is blessing? He speaks something about Krishna. He speaks gives some instructions of Krishna, gives some Lila of Krishna. This is his blessing. Otherwise, what is the blessing of the Vaishnavas? Some mystic thing gives some blessings. What happens? No, he speaks some Krishna Katha. This will enter into the heart and will suddenly you feel, this is not fiction. This is not this. When Harikatha is spoken by the pure devotees, he will realize this is not just a story. This is something which is there. It's existing anytime, but needs some qualified, receiver. You have to be tuned into that wave. It's always there. Krishna's Lila is always going on. Gaura's Lila always going on. So he fell to the feet of Ishwarapuri and begged him, please give me your mercy. Please. Supreme Lord became beggar. What he's begging? What he does not have. What you're begging, no? If you, he has no prema, because he's Bhagavan. He is accepting the prema from his devotees, but he wants that bhakti also. So bhakti, how you get bhakti without guru? You cannot get bhakti. If you want to start the path of bhakti, first step is Sri Gurupada.ashram. Takes shelter at the lotus feet of a guru. Without that, it's only karma. It's not bhakti. So Sri Gurupada.ashram is the first step of bhakti. So he begged. He came here. Why the Supreme Lord came as Gauranga? One reason also to taste what is bhakti. Shri Radha Pranaya Mahima Kidrisha Vamadiya. What is the glory of Radharani's love? Who is the best bhakta? Topmost bhakta is Radharani. So he wants to taste that. So he came and begged Ishwara Puripad, please give me your mercy. Then Ishwara Puripad is a Vaishnava. His heart melted. And he gave him initiation. He gave him this mantra, one part of Gopal mantra, Krishna's mantra. He gave to him. And he spoke it to him. And Mahaprabhu, when he repeated that mantra, Krishna's name in this mantra, immediately he saw Krishna everywhere. He's Krishna himself, but he saw them everywhere. Whom he saw? Shyam Sundar he saw. Where is that? The beloved of Vrindavan, Braja Gopis, he saw him. And he became mad and he ran everywhere. Where is Krishna? So that was the change. And that is why he came to Gaya. Externally he came to give this Shraddha to his father and forefathers. But he came to meet Ishvara Puripad, to take initiation himself. You see, the Lord, any incarnation he takes, any avatar, he has the Guru. Krishna has Guru, Sandipani Muni, Ramchandra has Guru, Vasishta and Vishwamitra Muni. This Guru, Mahaprabhu takes a Guru. All take a Guru, so why a human being should be able to do it without? If even Bhagavan takes a Guru. So he accepted an initiation. And then he came back to Navadvip. He left Navadvip as an arrogant scholar, but he came back like a humble devotee, completely changed. And when he came back, a whole city got life again. Because the Supreme Lord left that city, it was empty. Then he came back, came to life again. So many devotees came to meet him again. And suddenly they saw he's so humble. He comes begging everyone. He's no more arrogant, no more speaking, very, very humble. And he said, then he was speaking just little. He came and they said, tomorrow morning we will meet in the house of Shuklambra Brahmachari. We will meet there. And Ramai Pandit, his brother of Srivas Thakur, younger brother, his name is Ramai. He was there when Mahaprabhu came back and he saw, NImai Pandit is just so humble. He's crying when he speaks Krishna's name. He mentioned just the name Vishnupada Tirtha. He becomes fully ecstatic. He becomes unconscious. He is completely astonished and he speaks so humble. Because humility, that is the symptom of bhakti. Of the advanced bhaktas, they are really humble. So he saw that. Then, and he was just crying for Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And then Mahaprabhu said, now it's late, we will meet tomorrow in the house of Shuklambra Brahmachari. All come there, I will open my heart. What happened in Gaya Tirtha. So Ramai Pandit, he was very happy. Next morning, early morning, there was one Kalpa Vriksha tree in the courtyard of Srivas Thakur. Kalpavriksha tree means a wish-fulfilling tree. And this tree had unlimited flowers. So every day the devotees would meet there and pick flowers for puja, speak some Harikatha and then go to their place again. No? Morning time after Mangala Arati or before, like this. Early morning time they will meet, pick flowers, meet each other, speak about Krishna in ecstasy, then go to their altar, home and make puja. Then devotees were there picking flowers, speaking about Krishna, as it should be. Should be Krishna consciousness, should be like this, not meet each other and speak about scandals. They spoke about Krishna and they relished that and they like it. So then all devotees there and Rama Pandit coming like very happy. Extremely happy, Rama Pandit coming. And then they're looking, oh Rama Pandit, what happened to you? Why are you so happy? Oh, there is a reason, he said. Definitely there is a reason why I'm so happy. Then speak, what is the reason? He said, the reason is NImai Pandit has become a Vaishnava. And when they spoke, these all become happy. Gadadhar Pandit also there. It is entered into his heart. Oh, my NImai Pandit has become a Vaishnava. He always wanted that. Why? All wanted that. And Rama Pandit brought this good news, because one should give the good news, not the bad news. We should bring the good news. So he brought the good news. NImai Pandit has become a Vaishnava. All were happy. All that was all desiring, what all were desiring, it became true. So all they pick flowers and go home to the altar, make puja to Thakurji. But Gadadhar Pandit did not do that. He went straight to the house of Shuklambar Brahmachari. He could not tolerate to not see his beloved Gauranga. So he went inside the house and was hiding somewhere in the back. And devotees came together and then Mahaprabhu entered. Mahaprabhu entered that place. So Gadadhar Pandit, he immediately went also to that place. And he was thinking, I want to hear what he will speak about Krishna. Gadadhar Pandit. So Gadadhar, he hid inside Shuklambar Brahmachari's house, inside little. And then the devotees came, Sadashiva here, Murari, Sriman Pandit, Shuklambar and others, devotees came together. And then Vishwambara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga, he appeared and met the Vaishnavas. All they were happy to see the Lord, but the Lord was not seeing anyone. He did not actually know what is going on externally. He did not see that. And when the Lord saw the devotees, he started chanting some shlokas, some verses about what is bhakti. Like here in the commentary, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta said, Sarvapari vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. What is bhakti? Mahaprabhu immediately glorified bhakti and said, what is bhakti? He quoting the verse of his Param Gurudev. Aidina dayadranata he maturanata kadavalokayase hridayam tvat aloka kataram daita brahmyati kinkaromyaham. Oh my Lord, oh Dina Daya, oh my Lord, oh Nata, you are merciful to the fallen. How is it you have become Mathuranath? Before you were Brindavanath, now you are Mathuranath, you are no more here. That is the mood of Srimati Radhika. And Madhavendra Puri, when he was in the last part of his life, he was chanting these verses. Oh, how you have become Mathuranath. It means you are no more here. Where are you? In so much separation. Without seeing you, how can I tolerate this? My heart is breaking. So Mahaprabhu spoke all these verses. Daita, oh beloved, what shall I do? Kim karomyaham, what shall I do now? What can I do? He was so much. And Mahaprabhu, then he said, I attained my Lord, but now he's gone. Because he got a mantra. When he chanted the mantra of his Guru, he speak, immediately he saw, and then he ran there and then Krishna disappeared. So I attained my Lord, but where is gone? Saying this, he fell to the ground. But so heavily, that the pillar of the house broke when Mahaprabhu was falling to the ground, so heavily. And the whole ground was like earthquake, shaking. So then the devotees, they were feeling, he break his bones. So forcefully he fell to the ground. Then Gadadhar Pandit, when he saw that from behind, he also fell to the ground. He could not tolerate. He's Lord, he's Radharani. How is Krishna falling to the ground so heavily? So all the devotees lost consciousness here in this, when they saw the Supreme Lord showing such separation. Then, after some time, Mahaprabhu again came out, Vishwambara came out, and again he said, "Oh Krishna re, Prabhu re more, kon dike gelo? Oh my Lord, oh my Prabhu, oh, where are you gone? Where are you?" Again, like this. Again he fell to the ground. So that was his condition, completely changed. Again and again, all the devotees start crying, the Lord start crying, "Where is my Krishna?" Because one is crying, you will also cry. This is natural, no? If you have little feelings, if you are little human. But he cried, his Supreme Lord who cried, and all those devotees also cried. Then again he get up, fall down, get up, crying, "Where's Krishna?" Fall down. So whole house of Shuklambara Brahmachari became full of prema. Because now Prem Purushottam, he manifested. Who is he? He is that Lord of prema. He showed that. He came to taste that and to give it. Then Mahaprabhu, after some time, he little calmed down, little cooled down. Then he's looking who is in the backside of the house. Who is there? Gadadhar Pandit is there. Then he was asking, who is there? Kon jana grihera bhitore? Who is inside the house? Who is there? Then Brahmachari, Shuklambar Brahmachari said, Tomara Gadadhar is there. Your Gadadhar is inside. He knew. Then Gadadhar, he came very humble, came out. He bent his head and he cried. And when Mahaprabhu saw him, Vishwambara saw him, he was very happy to see his Gadadhar. So he said to him, "Oh Prabhu bole Gadadhar tumi se sukriti." Oh Lord said, "Oh Gadadhar, you are so sukrita. You have so much, you're so fortunate. Shishu hoite Krishna te korila dhriddhamati." From childhood you fix your mind on Krishna. Because Gadadhar, he was always a devotee from childhood. I have passed my life useless with all this study and scholarship, and I did so much, but you never did that. So he fell to the ground, Vishwambara, full of ecstasy. Oh, I wasted my life, but you did not do that. So in this way, that Mahaprabhu again regained his consciousness, again fell down, again like full ecstasy came to him. And he could not anymore see anything. So many tears came into his eyes, he could not anymore see what is going on. So Mahaprabhu, he fell around the necks of the devotees and told them, "Krishna Kota, Bhai Saba." Oh, all my brothers, where is Krishna? Please tell me. Please tell me, where is he? Quickly tell me, where is my Krishna? So like this, he completely changed. Then Mahaprabhu, he is a NImai Pandit. So he has some students and they were eagerly waiting also for him to get. Because if once you're used to that teacher, you will not go to any other, because he is Bhagavan. You cannot teach, you cannot study under any other teacher anymore. You get used to this teacher. So they're waiting with the books ready, they want to learn more. Then Mahaprabhu came and he opened his books and he started. Then one student asking, "Oh, NImai Pandit, what is the meaning of dhatu?" Dhatu in Sanskrit means verbal root. These are the basic parts of the language, verbal roots. So what is dhatu? Then Mahaprabhu said, all dhatus mean Krishna. Which is true. Every single word in this creation means Krishna. Is there anything else than Krishna? Everything is Krishna, no? Everything, so every word means Krishna. He spoke the truth. So he came inside, he felt when he started speaking that every dhatu means Krishna. Then he became ecstatic and said, every single letter is meaning Krishna. So he explained everything. The students were, just looking what he's speaking. And he became totally in ecstasy and spoke, and that everything is Krishna. And after he came out from his trance, and then he was looking, oh, how were my explanations today? The students say, very nice. But if we're honest, we did not understand anything. We could not follow your explanations. Then they went to Mahaprabhu's teacher, to Gangadas, I don't know. To his teacher, they went and told him, oh, NImai Pandit, he doesn't know to teach anymore. He speaks only Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Then his teacher called him and Mahaprabhu gave pranam to him. And his teacher said to him, your father was a scholar. Jagannath Mishra was a great scholar. Your grandfather, mother's father, Nimambra Chakravarti, is such a great scholar. Were they crazy? They are scholars, they are bhaktas, but they behave nicely. They're teaching properly, so teach properly. Don't deviate, don't do, you follow the scriptures. He said, yes, Gurudev, yes, I will do. Definitely. So Mahaprabhu was a little chastised. You're all devotees doesn't mean you have to be crazy. So they said they are all devotees, they are great scholars, so they do properly, so you also follow them. Mahaprabhu, NImai Pandit says, Gurudev, I will do. So next day students came. Mahaprabhu opened the books. And then when he saw, he said, finished, no more teaching. I cannot teach anymore. No more. He closed the books, let's do kirtan. And students said, how? We don't know what is kirtan. Then Mahaprabhu's kirtan is Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shimadu Sudan. He started kirtan, started clapping in the hands, and because he's Supreme Lord, kirtan was very sweet, and they started very ecstatic, and the boys they joined the kirtan. Then the neighbors also came, that was 500 years ago. There was not so much noise like nowadays. Nowadays so many cars and this was not there, so even kirtan you can hear. So the neighbors came, what is going on, kirtan? Then they came, then Srivas Thakur also saw, kirtan have come to Navadvip. They become ecstatic, so Mahaprabhu started this kirtan. No more teaching, no more scholarship, no more arrogance. Now he became a very humble devotee. And they start kirtan. And then they start kirtan in Srivas Thakur's house, like we were singing before. And one day Mahaprabhu said, why are we sleeping? Whole night wasting in Tamagun. That is a waste of time. Better we do kirtan in the night. All devotees fired up because they have no material body. So they did, whole night they did kirtan like we were singing before, until only Eka Prahara, 3 hours were left. So means 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock is sunrise. So until 3 o'clock in the morning they did kirtan. Then they jump into Ganga, take bath in Ganga. Then sometimes, one time they become hungry. Whole night to kirtan, then they become hungry. Then Mahaprabhu took one mango seed, put it in the earth inside. Immediately one tree came. Big tree. Can open the door. And immediately one tree came, immediately the tree was full of mango fruits. And these fruits were very big, no skin, no seed you can take, just rasa. And like one mango was enough to fill one man's belly. So Mahaprabhu planted this tree and then they distributed. So there was, whole night was Kirtan festival, and then was mango festival. This was the life in Navadvip. Therefore, we were singing before, Navadvip-pur, there was just Ananda. In the city of Navadvip, there was just, because this Paramananda, Golokananda, the happiness from Goloka came down to this and just started Kirtan. So in this way they spend their time. This is how they spend Ekadashi. This is how we also should follow. We cannot imitate, because it's Supreme Lord and His eternal associates, but we can at least try to follow. Ekadashi come together, sing Kirtan, listening Mahaprabhu's sweet, sweet Lila. Mahaprabhu's Gaura Prema Rasa Nave Setaranga Jeva Duve Siradha Madava Antarange. Grihe Vavanete Thake Hagoranga Bole Daka Narottama Magetara Sangha. Narottam Thakur said, who Gourprema rasanave, sitaranga jivaduva. Gourprema is rasanava, is the ocean of rasa. Who jumping into the waves of Gaura, Lila, Gaura Prema, where will come? Sri Radha Madhava Antaranga. He will come to the inner circle of Radha Madhava. Not a Krishna's Lila, inner circle of the Lila. So, Grihe Vavan Etatake, one may live at home, one may live in the forest, one may be a Grihasta, one may be a Brahmacharya, Sannyasi, whoever. If he's chanting Hagoranga, I want his association. We want. Hagoranga Bole Dake, Narottama Mage, Tarasanga. Narottam Thakur, he wants his association. Who is chanting Gaura's name? We want his association. So this is the best. Mahaprabhu appeared for this Kali Yuga to give this kind of Lila to attract Kali Yuga people here. This is best. There is no end. If you go inside, all Lila is there. Krishna's Lila is there. Ram's Lila also in Gauranga's Lila, because Murari Gupta Hanuman is there. Nrsimha Lila also there. Prahlad took birth as Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is Prahlad also. So also there. Also another, Vasudev Datta, he also, Prahlad came into him, two associates.
Haridas Thakur Das?
Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas Thakur. So they all Leelas are there. He is very, very sweet. And when we started this ashram actually 2 years ago, I also read this part of Chaitanya Bhagavata. How NImai Pandit became a Vaishnava. This is so. Then starts Madhya Khandam of Chaitanya Bhagavata. Then starts the Kirtan Lila. And then there are unlimited Kirtan Leelas. And Mahaprabhu, day and night, he was happy in the Kirtan. Only one thing will make him suffer. That was, where is my Nitai? Oh, Nitai was not there. So he was so much Kirtan in bliss, but when he saw Nitai is not there, he was suffering. Then later on, then Nityananda came from Vrindavan. Nityananda was in Vrindavan at that time. He was in Shringavat, where Krishna was doing Shringa of Radharani. The beauty, like the making the hair and give all the ornaments. And there Nityananda was sitting and waiting. And then one voice came to, oh, Krishna is no more here in Vrindavan. Go, he is in Navadvip. Go. So Nityananda ran to Navadvip. In a few days, 2000 kilometers, he ran to Navadvip. And hid himself in the house of Nandanandanacharya. There he was hiding himself and waiting. And Mahaprabhu said, oh, he had some great personalities come to Navadvip. Please go and search. He sent his devotees. They went everywhere. No trace. They could not find. After coming back, Mahaprabhu said, did you find him? No, we have no idea. We did not go to the outskirts of Navadvip. Mahaprabhu said, come with me. So they went. Mahaprabhu went straight from his home, from Sachimata's house, he went to the house of Nandanacharya. This is a few hundred meters. He went straight there. And there was sitting, golden, a small golden mountain sitting there in full ecstasy. And he did not say anything, he was internally. Then Mahaprabhu ordered, I think Mukunda, some devotee, to sing some Braja Lila. Then Nityananda immediately became ecstatic. How Krishna is beautiful going into the forest. Has one flower behind the ears and is playing flutes and the friends are singing and he's putting his beautiful footprints in Braja's dust. When Nityananda listened to this, he became ecstatic. Then the two brothers met for the first time in this Lila. What they were speaking, what they were communicating with their glands, nobody knows. Even Vrindavan Thakur said nobody knows what they were speaking. Eternal brothers. So then full Kirtan starts. When Nityananda was also there, Advaita Acharya was there, Gadadhar Pandit was there, Srivas Thakur was there, whole Panchatattva was there, then they start full Kirtan. And this is going on until today. This is Gaura Lila. This is the waves of Gaura Lila, they are still going to the whole world. You see, whole world is doing Kirtan. It was not before, not 50 years before. The whole world they do in Krishna's Kirtan. Ekadashi, now when festival is there, everywhere they do Kirtan. So this is Mahaprabhu's Lila is going on. Very beautiful. Mahaprabhu's Lila means Krishna is flowing everywhere. He's Mahaprabhu, but Mahaprabhu's Lila means Krishna is inside. What they're doing is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this Krishna is going, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is Gaura Lila, but this is Radha Krishna's names. So by Gaura Lila, Krishna Lila goes everywhere. If you go to Gaura Lila, you will end up in Vrindavan, but directly. If you go directly to Vrindavan, that is maybe dangerous. You can do some offense also. But if you chant Nitai Gaura's name, no offense. Therefore Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote a very nice song, Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole, Nachre Amar Man. My mind dance and chant Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole. Chant the merciful Nitai Gaur. There is no offense you can do. O Nama Aparade Vicharato Nahi. There is no consideration of offense in this name. So very easily the name will just bless. Krishna's name you do offense, you get your material desires fulfilled and get bound by this. But there's no offense to do against Nitai Gaura's name. Therefore, before chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we always chant Gaur Nityananda's name, Pancha Tattva Mahamantra. And very soon, Anayase Safala Have Jivara Jivan. Very easy will make this life perfect. By Gauranga, if you listen in Gauranga Nityananda's Katha, like before Vrindavan Thakur said in another chapter, who listened this Punya Katha, this auspicious Katha, Mahaprabhu will come to the heart, but not alone, with all his associates he will come to the heart. And they will do kirtan in the heart. We'll be happy. If Mahaprabhu will come, he will not just sit there like a statue. Mahaprabhu came to give kirtan. Panchatattva, they are dancing everywhere and give kirtan. And this is how they change the world, not by giving lecture. Mahaprabhu did not give big lectures. He just raised his hand and do Haribol, Haribol. Like this. And people change. When they see him from 100 meters distance, they got mad in Krishna Prema. Because he is the embodiment of Prema. So, Shri Gaur Nityananda Lila ki Jai, Shri Ekadashi Titi Brata ki Jai, Shri Bratkari Bhakta Brinda ki Jai, Shri Gurudev Anita Prishtam Vishnupada Stotra Shata Shishima Bhakti Vayav Parivasai Maharaja ki Jai, Prishtam Vishnupada Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Prishtam Vishnupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Bhuva Mangal Shri Nam Sankirtan ki Jai, Gourpremanande Hari 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 Bol.